Wherever you go, they will be watching you. So we look around this country, and over the last decade, even before that, how many cameras, genuine question to anybody, how many cameras are in the United States? Look at China. Look at how many cameras there are. Everywhere you go, there's a camera. You know, my job, I have to take a picture every time I deliver something. And that just, it shows the background. It shows the person's porch. You go through your Google timeline, it shows your whole life. You know, people take thousands of pictures doing this, you know, Ring cameras, everybody's taking pictures, everybody's recording. The AI, the amount of artificial intelligence right now, collecting data, collecting just all the information, seeing where everybody's at all the time, whether it's just your geolocation with your phone on you at all times, you know exactly where you're at. Your phone's picking up recordings, taking pictures. The microphone can hear everything. It's why you get ads for things when you talk about them with your friends. And your phone is always listening. The AI is always listening. After the Patriot Act at 9/11, you know, it became a lot more upscaled, and we are willingly letting it happen. We are carrying our phones around with us. You know, we're installing wireless cameras. If you want a security system, I would suggest personally, I have a wired one. It's all internal. There's no Wi-Fi to it. I guess less easy to hack. I've heard stories about people hacking like baby monitors, anything wireless. They're so easy to hack into. You're so easy being spied on. You know, the web cameras that I have, you know, the cameras people have in their homes, they can watch you whenever they want, whether it's a nefarious person or just a government. You know, for your safety, you are being watched at all times. Go any light, any camera, or any red light. Any red light, any green light. There's always a camera there. You go up and down the roads. Everybody has a camera, and the range of what they're recording, they have a very, very good idea of seeing everything. The eye in the sky, the all-seeing eye. There was a billionaire that just came out. I don't remember that dude's name, but he was saying like, you know, the population will be good little boys and girls. Basically, is what he was saying. You know, if they know that we are being monitored at all times, and that is the same thing that's going on in China right now, and it's been going on in China for a long time. We will have a social credit score here in America before long. We kind of already have one. It's not set in stone, but we kind of already have a class system here. You know, the elites and the common people, me and you. You know, we need to start cutting electronics out of our life. We need to start getting rid of using electronics for every day-to-day task. If you want to do something, if you want to learn something, I would suggest you get a book. And it is so convenient to get online and Google how to do this. But your digital footprint is online now, whatever you looked up how to do. You know, whether it's something bad that you're doing or not, or if in the eyes of the government, if they think it's bad or not. You know, if you want to learn anything, you can 2 clicks away and it's right there. You can set your house to when the lights come on, and when what time the temperature comes on, and when your yard gets, you know, when your sprinklers come on. These things are so convenient for us, and we've taken advantage of them. But at the same time, we've become so lazy and we've let AI take over our lives. We need to go back to a more simple life. Machines have become way too intertwined with our everyday lives to the point of we're not really even living anymore. Like, how many of y'all have a hobby of learning something? A goal of mine every day, or at least once, twice a week, I try to do something new. I've tried to experience life. I try to do something that I normally don't do. It creates neural pathways in your brain. It keeps your mind growing. I learned like how to knit, and that's typically not something that a 30-year-old dude in this day and age would do. Learn how to sew. I learned how to can. I learned how to do things. I learned how to keep my mind moving. I do crossword puzzles. I keep my mind continuously growing. I hate standing still. I hate just the everyday of going to work, come home, sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, sleep. I can't stand that. And even if I didn't have a job, I see so many people wasting their lives away, giving their life to AI, living in virtual reality, giving it to a program. And our lives are so much more than that. Our lives are supposed to be used. They're supposed to be, experienced. You only have so much time on this earth, and if you just want to sit around and do nothing, you're wasting your life. You need to get up and learn and experience things. Do hard things. You become, I wouldn't say prideful, but you're proud of what you do. There is a difference between building something with your own hands and buying it. You're going to appreciate what you build way more than just buying it and it breaks and throwing it away. An example, I bought a reel mower, the REEL mower. There's no motor in it. The thing's really cool. It doesn't cut as good as a gas powered one, but I bought it because in my mind, gas is going to go away at some point. The grid is going to shut down at some point, and I'm trying to get my whole life into hand-powered stuff, whether it's a whisk for baking and learning how to bake on fire, canning instead of freezing my stuff, using a bow instead of a rifle for hunting, hand tools, saws, things like that instead of a chainsaw. I have all the gas powered stuff. I have all the electronical stuff. This right here, this rangefinder, I have that. The battery's gonna die one day, and it's a nice toy to have, and it helps me get better at gauging distances, I guess. But we rely on this stuff. We rely so much on the technology. How many people know how to use a compass? How many people know how to read a map and actually use a compass and navigate your way through however where you're at, instead of just turning on your phone's GPS? Just literally anything in this world. We've become so lazy and controlled for convenience. The convenience thing is what's getting us. Humans, I've learned, are a very lazy population. Very few people actually want to get up and do things. They don't want to get up and learn new things. And for this computer technology advance, whatever we're going through right now, we are going to, that's going to be our downfall, is our laziness, letting AI take over. The government, whatever you want to call whoever's in charge right now, we are actively, willingly letting them take control. And it starts by turning off your wireless stuff, turning off your wireless cameras, not taking pictures everywhere you go, turning off your phone if you're not using it. And I know it's hard, dude. I go through it too. I use my phone a lot at work. I have to figure out a lot of stuff at work on a split second. I gotta go. But I've been making it a point to turn it off during the day. It saves your battery. You know, you're not around it's not emitting all that crap all day, not sitting in your pocket right beside your body all day. But we need to get away from this stuff. We need to get back to the world that he envisioned for us. It's a very simple life, a very easy going. You know, you don't have to worry about the heartache and the headache of, why is my computer not working? Why do I not have any service? Get yourself books. Like, you can learn things the old-fashioned way. Reading books is a lot better than reading on a computer screen anyway for your eyes. The blue screen is terrible for us. Our brain function is going down so bad in this country, and we continue to let it happen. We sit by for the convenience sake, and I just see Americans and humans, the whole world, we're getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber, and we continue to let it happen. We continue to be surveilled. That story that came out yesterday, the day before, I was reading about that billionaire, just goes to show you that there are two classes in this country. It goes to show you that there are bottom feeders like us and the elites. And, you know, if you don't have anything to hide, then you wouldn't have to worry about being surveilled. I have issue with it because I don't want, everything. I don't want my life all exposed. I don't want everybody to know what I do at all times. I don't want, especially the government, I don't want the government to know what I'm doing at all times. That's not the way this country is set up. It's not the way it's supposed to be. We are supposed to have freedoms in this country. We're supposed to have, privacy. We're supposed to be Americans. We're supposed to be able to do what we want to do as long as we're not hurting anybody. But you look at this country, we have millions of laws over dumb stuff. Like, we have the stupidest laws in America. We are the least free country. And we need to get back to being an American citizen. We need to get back to being free. And it starts by cutting your ties with the technology that they've given us to make your life so much better. But you're not getting better. Your work ethic is terrible. It's fallen. Not you specifically, not mine specifically, but I'm saying as a whole, this country's work ethic. Your pride in what you do. Everything that I do, especially when I do it by hand, I try to take pride in everything from work to being around people. I try to take pride in what I do, and I'm not a proud person. I'm not an arrogant person, but I do my very best. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm saying I do my best, and that makes me feel good for myself. When I do something, I feel good about it because I do my very best at it, whether it's work, whatever. Just saying, we need to get back to that as an Americans, as just people of the planet. We need to get back to hard work for self-pride. And like I said, it has nothing to do with being vain. It has nothing to do with being a boastful, prideful person. Pride is a sin. But at the same time, you need to be proud of who you are in God's image. God made you in his image, and you're beautiful how he made you. You don't have to change who you are to fit the social norms of today. You don't have to fit in with what's going on today. Everything you do is monitored, and it's as soon as you step out of line, they'll burst you with ads for weird stuff. You try to go back to God, your phone will sense it, and it will send you weird stuff. You try to go back to God, you'll get an ad. It will distract you. These things are distractions for us. They're getting us away from God. Every time I've noticed, especially for me, I don't know about you, but I know when I try to read the Bible, I'll start getting weird notifications on my phone. When I try to research the Bible, when I try to just become a more natural person with everything I do, I'll start getting ads for the synthetic part of it, or I'll start getting just off the wall stuff, and I'll get distracted. And we have a huge problem with that in America. It all starts with just turning this stuff off for a little bit. See if you can go one day without using your phone. Just one day. Turn it off when you're not using it. If you don't need to call somebody, turn your phone off. See how far you can go. See how much better your life is. Getting up and doing things, using your muscle, using your body the way God intended for you to use it. We are supposed to be hardworking people. We are supposed to be living up to God's expectations. But instead, we're sitting around fighting online, taking pictures of just what we had for dinner, and sitting around waiting for likes on it. That's not life.